Desert Bounty here. This one's for Emma, Elsie Ella. What's up, cornbread? So, Corey's at work, and I took about a 3 hour nap today. That was nice. And I'm just doing some work around the homestead here, cleaning up, things like that, recovering from the mud. So, I watch your performances at school, your drama and musical. And I want to tell you, sweetie, I'm just amazed, truly amazed at what talent you have. This isn't just a proud daddy talking up his daughter. I mean, seriously, seriously talented. I listen to you sing and I just kind of drift away listening to you evolve. Quite a phenom you are for your age. If you keep practicing, and not to say that you're not good now, man, wow. But if you focus on that and you practice, man, you're batting up there with the heavy hitters of entertainment. It's crazy. Your mom told me that you had some people approach you at your last performance, and they were really pleased and made a couple offers to you to maybe do some traveling and do some performing. And your ability to get on a stage exceeds mine. I have trouble speaking in front of a lot of people. I can push through it, but you can tell I'm nervous, but you, it just flows out of you. I know we talked. You said you were nervous, and you get over that jitters for a minute, but when you get out there, it seems like it goes away, and those nerves and those that rattling goes away. Man, I just love watching you. It's amazing. So I know things are rough there. Me not being there, not being able to go get away for a couple of days for a change up, you know. Um, I'm pretty far away, but I'm only about a 6 hour trip by plane back there. And I plan on coming back and visiting soon, maybe this summer. Hopefully, you guys can come down here and spend a couple months down here and then go back home. And you can come check this out and what I'm doing here. But that's for a later date. So I hope things are going good with you, with your friends. I hope things are going good at school. I hope things are going well between you and your younger brother. He's a spitfire, spitfire. But I know you're managed. You've got a kind heart. What a wonderful human being you are. I miss you terribly. I miss your mom. NFJM. I really truly do miss you. My last love. So, I kind of give you an update here. You're looking to the north, or I'm sorry, to the south. It's about 57 degrees right now, and I know up there by you it's about 17, wind chill of like 0, snow on the ground, and your winter's just gearing up. Things don't get like that here. Every now and then they get snow, from what I hear. We're waiting to find out. And this last little bit of rain we got really paralyzed us. It got muddy here, like muddy, 6-7 inches deep. It's so quiet out here. There's a neighbor, lives over the hill over there. And there's another neighbor. I don't know if you can see the roof through the trees way over there. That's our neighbor Brenda and her husband George. Good people. And a gentleman I met named Fritz. He lives about a mile that way over the hill. And there's a couple little tiny houses just over that rise, about 400, 500 yards. So it's not like there's nobody out here, but there's so much space between us you can't really hear each other. Well, at night we have coyotes come through. And they sit right outside the RV and yelp. Yoop, 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 yoop. 4 or 5 of them. And we can tell there's some adults, and we can hear the young pups too. And while we're clearing brush and stuff, we discovered something. I'm not going to get too close, but I'll show you. So right here on the ground, you can see the coyote print right here. And they're literally all over here. And the reason is, right there, there's a den. Now, I don't know if it's an active den. I'm pretty sure they've been in there. Yeah, that's how close. We had no idea. When Corey was clearing brush and we were walking around, we noticed that there's an entrance that goes down in there, and it's pretty deep. So we elected not to disturb it and just let it be, but they're danger close. Here, I'll show you how close they are. Danger close. But that's okay. We're about just letting nature do its thing. As long as they don't become aggressive and start, causing a serious problem, we're just going to let them be. But that den's awful close to where we set up. Of course, I had no idea. It wasn't until we'd been here for a couple weeks that I noticed. But that's kind of cool. Here's a really good print right here. Look at this. So we drop in our compost right on the other side of this tree over here. And they dig through it. And they got these big crows here. Ravens. The ravens come in here, and we had some compost out, and they just strewn it all across out there. And the coyote prints are just crazy right through here. But they come up right up to this barrier here. And that's where we got our compost. And they have some lunch. Now there's an animal here called a javelina. It's its own genus. It's not a pig. It's not a rat. It's kind of in between. It's as big as a pig. And I was over at Karenika and Brandon's, and I saw a lot of them, 10 plus, right up next to where they have their garden things set up. And they were right there. They can't see. They're half blind, so they hear and they smell. And the first time I investigated these animals, I said, stay away from them. They'll cause a problem. They'll attack you, and their teeth are like razors. And so I was kind of concerned about that, because my other neighbor says down here in this wash, way down there along those trees, it just goes way down into a wash. The neighbor over here says there's quite a big group of them that live down there. So based on what I saw over at Brandon and Nika's, it's only a matter of time before they start coming up the hill and foraging through our stuff too. That's kind of cool. We have these big blue jays that come through. Brightest blue you ever seen, like in the tropics. Apparently they're called a Mexican cardinal or Mexican bluebird. Starkest blue you ever seen against this desert landscape. It just stands out. It's shocking. It's like, wow. Not sure if they're migratory, if they stay here all the time. And we got roadrunners too. Roadrunner chickens. I saw a couple of those. So a few days ago, coming in here, I saw 2 full-grown gray wolves, as big as the timber wolves up north by us, where we're from. Big. And just about a mile from here, I was coming in off the gravel, turned down the road, boom, there they were, full tilt, run across the landscape, across the road in front of me. And all I could do was just stop the truck and watch, because my first thought was they were deer, like running through the junipers. And then after I stopped, I realized they were gray, and I was watching, and I couldn't believe how big these animals were. Massive, 140, 160 pound animals, easy. Full tilt run, just hauling butt. Talked to a couple neighbors, they haven't seen those around for a while. There's mountain lions here. We saw a mountain lion when we were staying over on our friend's land across the valley. If you look at the hillside over there, when we first came in, we were parked way up there on the hill on the other side of those trees. And coming in and out, we saw a mountain lion cross the road. Though they stay away from people. They're not really a problem unless they're sick. So, I keep the gun handy just in case we have an emergency and an animal is, confused, sick. So we got to be careful. So I miss you, kiddo. I wish you were here to experience this. It's beautiful. The only thing I'm missing is you guys. Living in an RV with Corey. Kid's doing good though. He's got work lined up. He's handling his finances, getting his act together, which is good. And so far we're getting along, which I expected. The kid's a wonderful help. And I wish you guys were here to experience this too. So I'm going to leave this 10 acres to you in Basil. I'm going to try to get it going here. Self-sustainability, self-responsibility. I try to get a greenhouse and some garden stuff set up here so that it's as self-sufficient as can be. I'm talking to some local people about some baby piglets. Maybe get a couple of pigs. Gary Nika and a couple other people around here have some chickens. I'm going to try to negotiate some chickens, maybe do a barter, get some egg-laying hens. But with the coyotes is close, I'm going to have to build a chicken coop that's like Fort Knox. Maybe some motion sensors on it, pretty close to the RV or cabin that I'm going to build. I haven't decided on goats yet. That's a whole different thing going on there. Goats. D-Bud over there, he got some meat chickens. That worked out pretty good. Crows were attacking the chickens, and they lost several. Something got in there and wandered off with them. Could be owls. He doesn't really know. Just looked out there one day and half his chickens were gone. So this is anything that gets left out just gets consumed here. The wildlife here is hungry, desperate. This environment is harsh on the wildlife, but it's thriving all around us here. It's incredible. When I first got here, it looked barren, like there was nothing here. And now that I've been here for a couple months, the wildlife is revealing itself to me. I'm seeing it on a daily basis here. It's just incredible, the diversity here. The cactus, the plants, the flowering plants. It's winter now, but in the spring, I guess, there's blooms everywhere, flowers. I can't wait to film that and send it to you guys. That'll be cool. And then I'm not looking forward to the monsoon, the rain season. I'm trying to do everything I can now to mitigate the mud, spreading wood chips, trying to get our driveway packed down as best we can, because when the monsoons come, it's going to be torrential downpour and rain here. Good for the garden. And some water collection. We'll get that set up. Old D-Bud, my buddy here, he came over here and looked around and he thought, Perry, we should build a pond right here. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. Get a pond liner, put it in there. All the water flows off the whole landscape down through here. And then it makes its way down through there, through the wash. And we're going to do some check dams, dig some zuni bowls, line them with rocks so it fills up with water and the sediment plugs in, it holds water. That'll draw the wildlife in. Hopefully not too much, but we'll see. And a pond. And that way I can collect water for any animals that I have, and I don't have to buy water in town. We get a couple surfaces built and get some water collection going so that we have a steady, reliable water source here. Water's hard to come by out here. And so there's a couple times a year where it's beneficial to just collect the rainwater and store it. And that way we have water when we need it for animals, for ourselves, for washing, for laundry. We can drink it, but we have to do a pretty aggressive filtering process, which I'm working on, thinking about. If you have any ideas, maybe you could send them to me. I'd appreciate that. Well, I'm going to get going for now. I got some work to do. I got a couple hours of daylight left. I'm digging over here for our gray water discharge for our sink, showers, and things like that. I'm running a trench over here with some perforated pipe so I can plant on top of it. Probably not food stuff, but maybe desert flowers, some perennials, lemongrass, things like that. I'll show you what I'm doing here. No, I didn't do all this digging. Corey came out here and did 90% of this, so I'm not playing off like I did it. But Corey's been out here working this every day when he's got nothing to do and he feels bored. He comes out here. He's had enough of me in the RV. He escapes, runs out here, does work. But he dug this trench mostly. And basically, we're composting our solid waste buckets. And I'm going to build a Hugo mound out there. And we're going to start cells, and we'll put our human waste there and build Hugo mounds, and then plant native species, or maybe some stuff we bring in, and just support the wildlife. Hummingbirds are coming by the tens of thousands, I guess. They just come up here from Mexico, and they come all through here. People put yellow flags up on sticks so that the hummingbirds can see from miles away, and they come in, but you better have juice for them. So I'm thinking seriously about getting some hummingbird feeders, because when I build a greenhouse, I hope to attract them in as, active pollinators. Maybe some holes or doors I can open up and they can come in the greenhouse and get on the flowers. That would be cool when you're in there working and have hummingbirds flying all around you. But this is the beginning of it. So we have the gray water, which is soapy water, dishwater, and I'm putting a screen around it so the silts don't go in that 4-inch pipe. And this will be a constantly watered section of earth here in front of the solar panels. And that way I can create some small rock raised beds, get some vegetation in there and start planting. Maybe some sunchokes. That would be cool. Sunflowers, things like that. So stay tuned. Maybe if you guys come and visit, I can put you to work. You can help do some planting. Maybe I'll be ready by then. Start putting seeds down and planting and around the property here. That would be cool. So I got to get back to work. I love you, sweetie. I miss you terribly. Give your mom a big hug for me. Be sure and let them know that I love all of you guys. You, Basil, NFJM. I really do. And I miss you guys. So maybe we'll talk about plans where all you guys can come visit. Hang out for a couple weeks. Maybe even this winter. That would be cool. Temperature's a lot better here. You can still catch a tan. All right, guys, so I'll see you later. Emma, you're a good girl. You're doing great. Can't wait to see you driving that car. That'd be cool. So peace out.